Nobody ever become rich and wealthy. Your hand is on it. You want to be a fashion designer, you want to be successful, your hand should not be on the machine.
247, yes.
You cannot work in the business, you must work on the business. Dangote is working on his business, not in the business. These are the whole thing. So the alignment of thought is that I need to work on my business. So for me to do that, I must structure and document processes for those that will take over my position. So I can now work on my business. Men that rule the world don't work in their business, they work on their business. Name anybody you know who is successful. They're all working on their business.
So you have people to work in the business, so you have time to work on the business.
Want to be a carpenter that want to do well, don't be in the business, work on your business. Want to be a teller that want to do well, don't be in the business, work on the business. Once your hand is involved, you cannot become.
Welcome to Voices with Victoria, the series that unlocks the power of resilience. Join me and industry experts as we explore career development, human capacity, nation building, and entrepreneurship.
Hello everyone, welcome again to another empowering session of Voices with Victoria Undu. Of course, I'm your host, Victoria Undu, and it's such a pleasure, delight. In fact, I'm looking forward to this masterclass called an interview with the one and only engineer Ofonmbuk. He is a true visionary and mentor, also known as the Mastermind Mentor, hailing from Ikono, Akwa Ibom State. I hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah, you did the Ikono.
Okay, Ikono. Yes, thank you. He is not only an electrical engineer by profession, but also a dynamic business entrepreneur. As the president of the Entrepreneurs Community of Wealth, he leads one of Africa's fastest growing business learning communities, where learning is hailed as the superpower. Under engineers' leadership, the Entrepreneurs Community of Wealth has flourished, boasting over 100,000 members worldwide. Wow, and counting. His mastermind approach to building and growing organizations to global standards has earned him the title of the Mastermind Mentor. In addition to his leadership role, Engineer is also an accomplished author with 2 books to his name. And above all, he believes in leaving a legacy and succession plan for future generations. For him, success is not just about personal achievement, but also about empowering others to succeed and leaving the world a better place than it was found. So join me today with every ovation you can muster, of course, as I make welcome to the studio, a remarkable and profound man, engineer Ofonmbuk, to the studio. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. I'm so excited. You can even tell from my introduction. I was just over myself. So excited to have you here with us today. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good.
Great. So, like they always say, and this is how I always open up the questions. Okay. First of all, introduction. I've done the introduction, but I also like you to introduce yourself.
Okay. Simple. My name is Ofonmbuk Ubokudom, and I'm the Mastermind Mentor. I believe wealth is the most powerful place on earth. So learning is what leads to wealth. So if you don't learn, you can never know. And once you don't know, you'll be acting, of course, by gazing assumptions, and which is the lowest form of knowledge, the lowest form of education. So I always be like, anybody that learns should always know. So me, I love learning, and learning is a superpower.
Amazing. It is indeed a superpower. How did the name Mastermind Mentor come about?
Okay, it's as a result of helping a lot of people achieve their financial dreams and goals and having a strategy whereby before you build anything global, you have to, of course, leverage on other people around you. You have to grow other people to also be at the level or you are, because the scripture says, he that walk with the wise is wise. The companion of fools will be destroyed. So working with a foolish person means you will destroy yourself. And who is a fool? Proverbs 1 verse 22 says, fools hate knowledge. So when you grow a community of people that grows with you, you can think together, you can brainstorm. And they always believe that it is no problem that you cannot solve without not going inside of you to think how you can solve it. Align your thought and make it happen. So it has been a strategy Mark Zuckerberg used. If I start his business, he calls his friends. There's no pastor you can see to without elders and other pastors around him. There's no president without ministers. There's no governor without commissioners. So there's a strategy all the kings use. They have cabinets around them that they pick on their brains and they use it to work.
This is just introduction we're doing, and we're already receiving lots of gems.
So it's a strategy.
Yes, amazing. I love that strategy, right? So let's go back to the basics from the very beginning. From Ikono, Akwa Ibom, please pardon my pronunciation.
It's great.
Akwa Ibom State to the world. What was your upbringing like, right? And what cultural background do you think do you think your upbringing influenced who you are now? Have you always had it easy? Did you have a golden spoon? Maybe that's why you had the Mastermind Wealth Mentor. Yeah.
Okay. I was born into a family of 8. My mother had 8 children, 5 able men, and
Wow.
beautiful ladies. Although we lost 2 in accidents, so the upbringing was not that good. It was just like an average life in Nigeria. My mom was a classroom teacher. My father is a traditional businessman. So one thing I love about my father, the culture, I would like to call it the difference between culture and tradition. Tradition is not documented. Everything culture is documented. And remember, you cannot improve what is not documented. So my father transferred some traditions to me because he has no document about it. And that's I don't like giving some people some trainings without documentation because they will not be able to modify. You cannot modify what is not documented. So if you don't learn by revolution, you should learn by observation. So what I will say, I learned my own from observation. I observed my father has a poultry farm, so you have these boys walk around. So I grew up seeing these people walk around, so I was motivated. I said, I would like to be my daddy. I like to control men around me. So the thought has been, go to school, get certificate, get a good job. I already knew after school I'm not going to work for anybody. I want to be like my daddy, saying, come, they go. I like that kind of leadership kind of program. So, but what I decided to do differently, that daddy did not document anything. So I should hand over something to my children. Because the transfer of wealth is not the transfer of property and money, cars alone. The transfer of knowledge, ethics, the values that created that wealth. So I decided to document my process. So I noticed that my father inspired me to be an entrepreneur, but I need to modify and take it to another level and not just stop there. So my background actually helped me a lot to actually think, because you are going from a family of everybody's an employee, they'll tell you, hey, go to school, get a good job. So it's difficult to come out of it. They have a family whereby one of them is a businessman, it kind of encourage, okay, give it a try. Yes. So that was what happened to me. So they also allowed me to give me a try. And it's actually a boom for me.
Amazing. So again, I'd like to know the transition. I mean, you studied electrical engineering.
Okay.
So are you currently operating on that?
No.
So how did the switch happen?
Like I already said, I already know I'm not going to be an employee from day one. So going to school, after my youth service in Anambra State, so I refused to come back to Akwa Ibom State. So I just to stay with Debo brothers and started emulating some of the traditional business they were doing. And that was when I started learning liquid soap, air freshener.
Wow.
Definitely. Selling in Ochanja market, Ose market, relief market.
Wow, so, you sold in those places?
Yes, I sold in those places. In fact, at some point, I was now teaching core members in the camp. I was some point the president of Seid in Umunya camp for Anambra. So I used to go there, teach other core members
how to make
soap, liquid soap, air freshener, body cream. I do bleaching creams. I do stylish hair cream. I do pomade. There's nothing really I didn't learn from those guys, and Ose market and relief market. Those guys are good. Good. Those guys are good. So transition happened after my youth service. Actually, just to fulfill righteousness, I tried to look for a few jobs just to fulfill all righteousness, but I intentionally didn't want to work. So the transition happened there. From there, and I finally understood that if I want to go to the next level, there are this ladder of wealth creation I was being exposed to. The lowest ladder, you don't climb from ladder from top, you climb from down. So the lowest ladder is called the implementers. Implementers means that you will exchange your time for money. And these are the lowest people that earn in any factor, any way you see them. In the banks, they sweep the floor. You see them, people that do menial jobs. So the way implementers can become successful is to document their processes. The next ladder is called the managers. Managers, they unify. They gather people to make money. See in the bank, the managers earn money more than those who are doing the menial jobs there. The next level is called the communicators. People that use their mouth to make money. The coaches, the pastors, the mastermind mentors. So use their mouth to make money. The last level is called the imaginator. So I began to desire, how do I become a good communicator? How do I become a good imaginator? That's what they always started. So and then I started systematically, structurally dropping those things I used to do and leave it for others to do them, and now focus on the highest level of value creation, which is communication and imagination and communication. This is where the whole thing started. So from being my hand was on it, they are now moved from there to thinking and communicating, because nobody ever become rich and wealthy, your hand is on it. You want to be a fashion designer, you want to be successful, your hand should not be on the machine.
247, yes.
You cannot work in the business, you must work on the business. Dangote is working on his business, not in the business. These are the whole thing. So the alignment of thought is that I need to work on my business. So for me to do that, I must structure and document processes for those that will take over my position, so I can now work on my business. So this transition started from youth service to implementing to now imaginator and communicators. That makes it the whole thing work out for me. So it's interesting to know, men that rule the world don't work in their business, they work on their business. Name anybody you know who is successful. They're all working on their business.
So you have people to work in the
your
business, so you have time to work on the business.
Want to be a carpenter that want to do well, don't be in the business, work on your business. Want to be a teller that want to do well, don't be in the business, work on the business. Once your hand is involved, you cannot become.
Okay, so let's break it down.
Okay.
So, for example, you want to be a carpenter, right? What you're saying is employ people who will do the day-to-day activity while you focus on strategy.
Yes, focus on strategy. Focus on marketing strategy. You can see so many people that do that entrepreneurs, but they're broke, they're poor. They're very good. They have these things very poor, not rich. Because they're always in the business. You should not be in your business. So you can start in the business. The purpose of being in the business is to document it, to know the processes. Because the process is more important. Once you know the processes, document it and hand over to the next person. Look for competent people and qualify them. See, nobody pays incompetent in the world. That is the most difficult part. Even the banks don't pay incompetent people. So why are you paying them? So the way we look, how do you know people that are competent assignment? You give the assignments and they say them do. That's how poor men are the most difficult people to teach. Poor men are like China phone, they don't obey instructions. So anybody give instruction he doesn't obey is a poor man.
Wow.
Definitely.
Wow. This should just be a class where you keep on going. I don't even need to ask any question anymore because I just don't want to keep breaking down.
I have a board.
Do you need a board? Maybe we should have gotten a board.
Just to write. I love writing. I'll write and show you, about creating wealth is very simple, and being a successful entrepreneur, if you're a successful businessman, is very simple. The problem is that people don't want to do more with their brain than they want to maintain. They want to maintain a state of mental laziness and a state of physical hard work. So they want to be afraid to do things in their hand than to do things in their brain. Because each time you move to a new level of success in life, it demands a new skill. That new skill demands that you're going to tax your brain, you're going to brainstorm. So people don't want to, the brain just naturally want to be lazy. They say things like, I can't. They make statements like, I can't. I'm not good enough. It's not my thing. No, it's just that you need to ask questions. How can I become better? How can I? You want to make statement, make positive statement, not negative statement. Statement closes the mind, questions open the mind. So making a statement that is negative is the worst thing they can do to yourself. It's called self-sabotage. It's like shooting yourself. You don't shoot yourself with a gun. So you people don't understand that words are the most powerful thing that you can use to control your belief system. So you can become anything you want. Amazing. And I would like to do that with you. If I'm going to ask you a question, answer me yes if I learn how. Can you become a doctor? Yes, if I learn how. Can you become a lawyer? Answer me now.
Yes, if I learn how.
Can you become a billionaire?
Yes, if I learn how.
Can you make more money every day?
Yes, if I learn how.
Can you make 28 billion in 12 months?
Absolutely.
Anything, yes, if I learn how. So the problem is learning how.
Okay, now let's talk about the how.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Right, you're a financial help expert. So before we go to the how, let's talk about the why.
Okay.
Why do you think that, and you mentioned it already in your introduction, but for clarity's sake, let's get that again. Why do you think many people are struggling with their financial life? And we're saying, of course, the country. We know obvious excuses and reasons. But what are some of the reasons people are struggling financially?
People are struggling financially to go just 3 things. Number 1, focus. Number 2, discipline. And number 3, lack of financial literacy. Okay. You can't be everywhere. You are not for everybody. You can't have a product for everybody. Nobody's a product for everybody. So once you know, I'm not supposed to be everywhere. So I have to first focus on a few things. Things that give you fulfillment, that helps you fulfill purpose, that helps you fulfill assignment, that has to do with destiny, that has to do with, of course, your calling. So identifying it. Once you identify it, you can now focus on it. But people just want to focus on everything. So this is why people are struggling today. You can't be everywhere and become successful. Mike Tyson became successful, become focused. Mark Zuckerberg became successful. Elon Musk focused. Dangote focused. If I call those names are for focus. So number 2, I've got to talk about is discipline. Like I said, that discipline is not punishment. A lot of people are not successful today because they are not disciplined. Discipline is the act of using your brain or your mind to control your body, to do that you say you will do, even when you don't feel like doing it. A lot of people are not disciplined. Like I said before, poor men are not disciplined people. Like I said, poor men are like China phone. They don't obey instructions. They're everywhere. They are not disciplined. So a disciplined idiot can succeed. A lack of focus genius that's everywhere. Idiot that is focused.
A disciplined idiot can even succeed more than a lack of focus genius. Wow.
So you identify, you look at yourself, you focus, you are disciplined. And financial discipline, like what I call this is called delayed gratification. Delayed gratification and patience is the biggest asset of a wealthy man. Instant gratification and impatience is the biggest liability of a poor man. See, the fact that people want this instant result. I want. So this is the reason why people spend money without budgeting. They spend money they don't want to sit down and arrange their life financially. So how would they not struggle? So they make money, they spend. The purpose of a poor man making money is to spend the money. He make the money and pay bills immediately. As he collect the money, he hand over the money to the man, NEPA bill, tailor. He share the money and don't pay himself. Why wouldn't he not be broke? He's broke now. The prime purpose of poor man making money to spend. The average man is to pay bills on time. And the wealthy man is to discipline themselves, pay themselves 10%, 20%, 30% for 12 months. They will discipline. Now, people that come to borrow that money from me, they will not give it to them. I don't give you my money. My money must make money if I give it to you. Because if you give them the money and eventually you not become wealthy and successful, they will call you a fool. Whoever you offend on your journey of creating wealth, when you are wealthy, the person forgives you.
Absolutely.
Whoever you please is on your journey of creating wealth and you not become wealthy, they will call you a fool. So the reason people are successfully, they are not successful, they are struggling financially because they are not disciplined. They are not focused. And they don't, and you know these people, they don't know how to delay gratification. That is why people are struggling financially. Nothing, no. Because they see their friend buy iPhone, they want to buy. They want to buy car. Now, what you need to do is that you deny yourself some pleasure. No shawarma, no ice cream, no pizza for like 3 months, 6 months. Save all those money. You live on basic food, shelter, clothing, you no go die. So use that money to buy assets. What is asset? Income generating. Anything that gives you money independently of you. So once that asset brings money, that's when you can now spend the money and do dorime. We don't do dorime from the money you work for.
Yes.
The money you work for is called margin. The one money you work for is called profit. So when the money you work with your energy, time, intellectual property, that money is called margin. It's not meant to be spent. That money is supposed to be shared for 2 things: investment and needs. Once the money brings money, that money is called profit. That's the one we spend.
So that's the one we can use to do
the
dorime.
dorime, not the one you work for. The one you work for is not supposed to be spent. That's why people are broke. They are not disciplined.
Well, I shall never be. There's this guy, Ola of Lagos, always say, I shall never be broke in this life. I shall never be poor. You've heard, if you're making that phrase, this is one of the reasons, you know, if you put the strategies in place, you can now boldly put your hand to your chest and say, I can never be poor in life. So now, still on this, right? For example, just using that as an example, if I'm a father of 4, how can I, in 1 year, move from being broke, a broke guy, to being comfortable? When I mean comfortable, means being able to meet my basic needs and comfortably.
Okay. Now, there are 3 things that I normally tell people. Everybody is gifted. Everybody came to this world with talent, ideas, giftings, vitality, fidelity. The real treasures God's embedded in us in raw form. So you want to be successful as a person in the next 1 year, you must first of all discover those giftings. Because those gifts will make you successful. When you discover them, you develop them and you deploy them. It's only when you deploy them.
Discover, develop
and deploy. 3 Ds. Discover, develop, and deploy. Now, developing it is turning it to value, because money is a slave of value. Once you provide value, anything that is useful to someone else other than you. Anything that is useful to someone else other than you, anything, your phone, your shoe, once it's useful to someone else other than you, money will follow. So instead of pursuing money, why don't pursue value? How do you pursue to become more valuable? Why not ask God, give me more idea to solve problems in society? The more problems you solve for more people, the more money you make.
Yes.
The less problems you solve for less people, the more money you make. And no problem for no people, no money you make. The best way to know is check your bank account. There's no money, you have no value, you don't solve more value for more people, you don't make money. Check your bank account, your money is plenty there, you solve problem for plenty people, the more money you make. No value, no nothing. So I tell you, you want to be successful, you must bring in value. And the value should not be the things outside. You want to be outside, the only thing I recommend is partnership. Partnership in the sense that you connect consumers to producers. Put yourself in the middle. That is the only way, the shortest cut. Consumers to producers, issues that need solutions, and consumers to producers, problems that need solutions, issues that need to be solved, needs that need to be met. Being the middleman. It's what everybody is doing today. Can't you see? Uber is solving problem. He doesn't have the car. He connects the guy that have the car, the guy that need the car. Uber is making money both. Look at Netflix today. He's the fastest television network. Let's no cable.
And they don't produce any.
Look at Amazon. They're just a middleman. Look at Konga. Look at Jumia. It's smartest way. It's one of the most successful. Look at yourself. Do you have giftings right now? How can I develop it? How can I partner? If you cannot even... It's simple. People are broke today because of ignorance. I tell people, ignorance is not a demon. Please, what did I say?
Ignorance is not a demon.
We cannot cast it out. What did I say?
We cannot cast it out.
The only solution to ignorance is knowledge.
The only solution to ignorance is knowledge.
Then, how do you get knowledge? Knowledge is a slave of learning. If you don't learn, you cannot know. And learning is a choice. You have to make a choice. You have to decide to learn. If I want to help you today, the best, what I do today in my office, I have a big office opposite a library. So when somebody comes to my office, I have a problem here and there, I carry a book and give to you to read. I say, sit down, they read this book next
They tell you, is it by book? I need money.
And that is why I keep telling people, poor men ask for items, wealthy men ask for ideas. Items, since you can see, touch, feel. So what I know, when you hate knowledge, I know you're a poor man. So one of the things I disqualify from my life is I don't push people out of my life. I only give a book to read and summarize. Once you cannot read and summarize, I know you are mentally lazy. So the first thing is that you start leaving me alone.
So you use it to
You
separate
beg me for money,
people.
I'll give you a book to read. Think I'm going
That's
read.
the first qualifier.
The first qualifier in my space. I don't push you in my space. I only qualify you. I don't push you. I just qualify you.
Wow.
I have a problem. Say, okay, this thing can go read. This Secret of the Millionaire's Mind. This is the 7 habits of successful people. I give you the books to read and summarize. For 30 minutes, you cannot read and summarize. I know you're mentally lazy. So once you leave my space, one day I went to fill up my tank in a filling station. So one young woman was hiding at the back of my car. I said, why are you hiding? I said, "God, beg novice. He gave me a book I've not read." I said, which day did I give you? He said, I came for your program. He gave me a book. I said, what? So what happened? He said, I never get time. I said, excuses are the currency we used to buy failure.
Wow.
The guy ran away. He did not beg me for money again. You see? It's not easy. It's not easy like that. So you can see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Please, let's just take a minute. Let me just take a minute to, just sort of like take all this in, right? Take it in. All right. So now let's move on to your book, right? Yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy for this section because I want the world to know you can become more by intentionally investing in yourself.
Amazing.
Because if you don't invest in yourself, you start blaming the economy, blame your father, blame your mother, as if it's a problem. That's what poor people do. When things are hard, you make one of the two choices, your decision. Either you complain or you take 100% responsibility for your life. If everybody take 100% responsibility for their life and invest in themselves and look at what God has given them and develop it into value and serve people with those values, with those giftings to the glory of God, the world will be a better place. So we just say, what can I do right now? You think, what can I do? What can you do? What can you do? Everybody will be happy. Not even just, anyway, I'm collect from my auntie. Let me look for who will employ me. Let me look for do this for me. And they look for who to blame is the biggest problem.
And you're not just saying from head knowledge, it's something that you've lived by. I mean, you just shared during your introduction how you were selling liquid soap in the market. And look at you now. You've been able to build yourself, well, not just yourself, you've been able to build a community of people who are financially independent. And I must applaud that. Thank you so much for that. So let's move over to your book.
Okay.
Your book is Becoming Your Own Boss. That sounds powerful enough. But again, my question is, first of all, you tell me briefly what the book is about, right? And why you wrote the book. Okay. And then the question is, must everyone be their own boss, right? And then must everyone, okay, let's take that question first and then I move to the next.
I will say this to us. There are 7 logic of wealth education. 7 logic. Logic of wealth education. Logic means the arrangement of things for a predetermined outcome. So anything you want to do today, there's a logic. You want to be a doctor, you have to go to nursery school, primary school, secondary school,
university.
These are logic. You want to produce a biro, there are processes. You want to produce mineral, there are processes. You want to do ching-ching, there's processes. So this logic is very important. So, and when you talk about wealth is a virtue. Wealth is a virtue. Wealth is something like kindness, love, peace, a virtue, vitality. So education is come from the word educere, means from inside out. So how can we discover from inside? The first logic is called wealth creation. Wealth creation means that discovering what God has put inside of you, developing your own value. The next thing now you see is called the logic of entrepreneurship. Taking what you have produced to make it premium, give it a name, give it a brand. Rolex is somebody's name. Mercedes is somebody's name. Benz is somebody's name. True. Of course, Rolex is somebody's name. Dangote is somebody's name. What is your name? Victoria?
Voices with Victoria. Thank God I put my name there.
It's somebody's name. So now that is called the logic of entrepreneurship, giving value, putting a brand. There's nothing you will sell to the premium price without a brand. There's no premium without a brand. There must be a brand. There must be a name. The next thing now is the logic of business, transactions. The next is the logic of assets. The logic of system. You must put systems in place because of succession. The first logic is called foundational logic. The next logic is called transcendental logic. So you must leave this earth one day. So what do you want to be remembered for when you leave the earth? So the next logic that will make you leave the earth is systems, structures, and legacy, succession. So now, bosses over your life is boss over those giftings and talents. So you must boss over the things
I see. I get it.
It's not human being. People think it's human being.
Oh, being a boss.
Over voices with Victoria. That is the boss here. Over your giftings, over your talents. You want to deploy it to the world to see and celebrate this product. So this is what you should boss over. So boss is not just human being. It's bossing over what God destined you to do. That will give you fulfillment. That will give you, that will make you purposeful. That will make you fulfill destiny. That will make you fulfill calling. If you are wanting things for yourself, okay, let me do like this. I wish I could draw. I would say self and others. Anything for yourself is good idea. Anything for other people is called God idea. For yourself, anything good idea can give you achievement. But if it is for other people, give you fulfillment. For yourself, it can give you a career. For other people, you are fulfilling calling. For yourself, it can be passion. For them, it can be purpose. For yourself, it can be a dream. For others, it's destiny. God wants to live for other people. So bosses, it means that whatever you have inside of you, do it for the purpose of helping others become better, putting the world a better place. The guy that produced mic is fulfilling this mic to make this communication easy. That's why he's making money. Everybody that needs the services get it. The wire, the phone, the laptop, the lightings. Take at it today. Was once an idea in the mind of an entrepreneur, like a movie. But we believed it and we put it into price. So boss that thing you believe in your mind.
Boss that thing.
That is it.
I think that's what I'm saying. I should just even write it as a boss that thing. As a mantra.
Yes, boss that thing.
Right. So again, I'm just sharing what I thought was the book was tell you how not to work 9 to 5, how to be an entrepreneur. So you tell us, must everybody, be a business? But you've just answered that very clearly. I would like to move to the personal goal. We'll still go back to this conversation. How do you navigate family life and business engagement, right, to maintain a healthy balance? I don't know if, there is a lot of debate about work-life balance, so maybe integration. You're a family man, you're still able to give life to other expressions. How do you manage all of this?
Okay, I'm a father of 3. I have 2 gentlemen and 1 beautiful lady, girl. So
amazing.
You have to prioritize. So before I married, I told my wife, see, I'm a businessman. I love traveling. I love talking. So please, can we minimize our talk during the day and do more of the talk during the night? So can you be communicating to WhatsApp, text? Let it be that if I see your call, that is urgent. Can you do that for me? She said, yeah. So what I do in the morning, I leave before 8 I'm in my office. I'm always in my office before 8 o'clock. Before all my staff, except on vacation. So I will spend all the time, before 6 o'clock, I should be at home. No matter what I'm doing, except maybe 1 or 2 occasions. I'm at home. My children have 3 hours with me. They must tell me, daddy this, daddy that. They jump all over me. Fine. Once it's 9 o'clock, all of you go to your bedroom. So my wife has 2 hours. Although sometimes, like yesterday night, I won't give her all the time, But normally, it's 2 hours. You want to watch movie with me? I don't like watching movie. I don't like watching television. Because of my wife, I have to watch Telemundo, Z-World, I have to do that. So I have to gist. I have to subscribe all the channels. If you leave me, year to year, I won't even on the television.
Yeah.
But because of her, she likes it. It's fine. So I'll follow her that 1 hour, 30 minutes, watch one of the series. If she wants to continue, I tell her I'm tired. I'm doing it. So she has to talk to me. She has 2 hours for herself, except maybe like yesterday night, she has to have all the night for herself. So after that one, I have 1 hour for myself minimum to write. I must write minimum 1 hour in a day. I must read and write 1 hour in a day. So if a person that like giving out, you must definitely feed yourself the more. If not, you run dry. If not, you just suddenly see yourself not being relevant again. You become outdated because you're not updated.
Amazing.
So you must always update yourself intentionally. It's intentional. This thing is like, we don't like I don't like reading. Champions don't do what they like, but they do what they need to do to make them champion. I don't like reading. I don't like talking. But the things that I have to do this.
You don't like talking?
I don't like talking.
This is natural to you.
No, I'm coming. I have to do this because I must be relevant in my space.
Yes.
So it must be deliberate. It must be conscious. It must be disciplined. If you like me, I like to sit down and observe. And just observe. But because I want people to always feel different when you meet me. You don't meet me and leave me the same way.
Absolutely.
I must make sure you leave me a different person.
I'm positive.
Testimony. Even though you are angry, you are upset, your spirit is down. Even though you are dying, I'll tell you are going to be alive in the next minute.
Yes.
I'll make sure you believe me that you're going to be alive in the next minute.
Amazing.
Because the whole thing is that we are human beings are we gravitate things towards ourselves based on what we think and what we say and what we believe about ourselves. So I must make sure you feel positive energy, feel this power inside of you. I must inspire you. I don't like motivating. I like to inspire people from inside out to make you realize that you can be more. You are stronger. You are bolder. There's something inside of the world is here to celebrate. So until you become that, I'm not comfortable. So people should not leave me the same way. So champions don't do what they like, but they do what they need to do to become champion. Yes. So I must prioritize this thing and help my family life to be better. Put them in segments and put them in categories, and everybody knows this. My staff don't call me in the night. Before I see their call, I know this one is urgent. You don't call me. I have the time for you. You don't call, but it's not forbidden. But
it's not forbidden, but I get you.
And I sound it to their ear. You don't just call. It's family time. Vacation is vacation time. So nobody calls me. Except it's just, okay, this one, now you guys just handle it. But the first thing I teach them is one of the millionaire skills. There are 5 millionaire skills I like teaching people. Number 1, problem-solving skills. So anything that happens to you, you are equal to it. So nothing happens to you if you cannot solve it.
Wow.
Because you have the brain and you have God. So how can you have a brain and something is bigger? Think. Number 2, leadership skill. Number 3, people management skill. Number 4, of course, emotional intelligence. People don't know how to make right decisions. So they arrive at the wrong destination because they make a wrong decision that be the right destination. So if you know how to make right decisions, you will not arrive at the wrong destination. So why can't you just think how to make right decisions by asking the right questions?
Asking the right questions.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's how it is.
Stay back on, personal marriage. I want you to advise either young guys or even people who have started a family who are trying to build wealth. Sometimes we think that wealth takes away time because something has to suffer, you need to focus on family. But then I also think, like one of the guests we've had on the show says, who you finally partner with in marriage has the power to either mess you up, mar you, or make you. So what's your word of advice to people who are seeking partners, whether a female or a male?
Okay, if you want to marry correctly, I always advise people, marry your friend. It helps solve all the problem. So, and to marry your friend is not to be selfish. Like, discover something you want to live for, something bigger than you. Something that is gigantic, something that is generational, something that is global. Develop a global vision. Paint a global picture. Paint a generational picture about yourself. Paint something that pushes you off your bed and start living on it. Women, men is the least thing you should pursue. I don't believe in chiking women. I don't believe in pursuing women. I don't have that luxury of time. All I need to do is to set myself on fire, and the world will help me burn. So I set myself on fire. I'm so super bossing my ideas, my gifting, my assignment. Those that are for me, I will attract them based on my energy. They will come. I was teaching in NYC camp, Anambra State. I was batch A. My wife was batch C. I already passed out.
Wow.
So I was not talking for NYC. So I went to Igwe's Palace at Onitsha. I was talking to coppers. I was burning on stage, talking to coppers. We were morale. I was jumping, talking to coppers. Maybe I feel talking, my wife walked up to me. Then it was even, I said, congratulations. I said, I always organize a program after all my talk show. I organize a program. People pay 3,000. Then.
Wow.
And I thought, you will be my program tomorrow. She said yes. It was in a program that I didn't even know. One young lady, from Oka, was saying Oka, coming to nature. So one day has really collected money from everybody, waiting for me. I arrived late because of a lot of hold up and a lot of things. So when she was my wife, she handed the money to me. So I didn't even look at her face. I was just, okay, thank you so much.
She was the one that collected the money.
I just got. So the thing is that it was about teaching. It wasn't a problem. It wasn't thing to discover. It's one of my best students, following me anywhere I go, wants to help me do this.
Calling you daddy, let me guess.
So,
calling you mentor and boss.
Everything.
That's how it used to start.
Then she finished her youth service. She left to follow her sister in Lagos. She was part of the good students. So once we they talk. So at the time I wanted to make a decision who to settle down with. I look at all my friends. They were all my friends. They were all my friends. I have about 6 of them on the list. So I just wrote their names.
You had a list.
I have a list of all of them. You don't go to market without a market list.
Woo!
So I have a list. So all of them were all friends. They were all friend zone. No relationship, no emotional, no attachment. All my friends. Keep it like that. Be passionate about something. Be burning for something. Because idleness is the worst enemy of the youth. I don't know how to say this thing. Every day I'm on the road talking, doing my business, selling products. No time baby. For a woman, love you, no day. No day anywhere. No day anywhere. So definitely, get to be. So she was part of my friend zone. Always checking on me, mentor, how are you doing? Have you eaten today? This, blah, 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 blah. Part of the friend zone that cares. So when I wanted to make a choice, just wrote their 6 names and wrote that what I want. I know my strength, I know my weakness. So I wrote down my weakness. First, I wrote my strength, wrote my weakness. So now drawing, looking at who compliments me. So I would say this one, okay, for the little I know about this one, 80%, 50%. I was scoring them. The highest scorer was my wife. So it's just simple.
But wait, sometimes we feel like, sometimes is there a place where you could have made a mistake? Because for somebody hearing this now, want to go and draw up a list, and maybe what you presume of this person is different from, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, could you have gone wrong with that strategy?
No, why? One, I don't like doing anything. I don't like washing clothes. I don't like sweeping the floor. I don't like doing any of those things. So I like to pay people to do these things for me.
Like you said in
so
your
what I don't like
introduction.
that I like a woman that likes to cook. Because me, I don't like entering kitchen. I don't like the onions thing, but I like to eat.
You don't like to cook, but you like to
I like
eat.
to eat. I love
it's
eating.
good that you realize your
I love
strength
to
and
eat.
weakness.
So I love a man that loves to cook. So if you're my friend every time, fast food, let's go out. Bam, bam. No matter how you want to explain yourself, you can explain tire, no evidence. Me, I be area scatter. I like this. I don't like repeating clothes. And once I come out, I fling my clothes. Boxers, singlet. I like to fling. When I enter my room, I just fling. So one thing I do, when you're my friends, one of the things I do, I will try and visit you any day. The day I will visit you, no. I can follow you to your place. Say, this is where I stay. I say, no, I can't come in today. Please, I need to rush back to something else. The day I will come unexpectedly. I say, I'm in front of your house. Can I just say, once I'm in your house,
this
the place
strategy.
is scatter. Bam, bam. You can explain yourself to the wall. I'm not interested. That's how I keep you as friend zone, so that I don't have time. So
there's nothing at stake. As your friend zones like
once I
that.
enter them, the face respect. I tie my hands up there, just respect. Once I see Brad there, I see pants there, that is enough for me. You can explain yourself to the world. So there are a few things about my life that I really know. These are my weakness. I need someone that will compliment me. Once I'm with you, you don't like children. I'll get children. So what is this? So I'm not even ask you. It just a no for me. So when we start journey, we'll not go finish. So I don't want to start explaining myself in my mind. So I know this thing will get tired at some point. What will keep me going, my wife, is my communication level we have. So I don't want to start. This is a marrying human being. I'm not marrying spirit. It's not a tongue talking spirit person. I'm born again, fine. But beyond born again, I look beyond born again. So there are a few things. I don't like someone that complain. What I say with you, you are complaining your father, your mother, your economy. My own is spam. No matter how you explain it.
Okay, no evidence.
No evidence. So I tell people, just be burning on fire for something. People attract to you. When attract to you, keep them at friend zone. Make friends with them. And look at your weakness and see how you can complement it with the person. And then when the time comes, I just told that, I want to marry you. And I would like us to, it was even surprised. In fact, when my wedding card comes out, some of my friends were calling me, often I thought I'm the one. Because
oh my God.
I thought I'm the one. No. I said, no, we never did anything. We didn't make any law. I didn't say anything to you. You're all my friends. So the thing is that marry your friend. I don't believe in going to church to pray for father or pastor to see one vision for you. I don't believe in sex before marriage. No, I don't believe in that. But that will blind your eye. You know, when
this marriage is a practical journey for life.
It will blind your eye. You will not be able to see clearly. When you're supposed to be angry, you cannot angry because I don't go make love now. So you go don't compromise them.
You use baby and cover the whole
No. The issue is that I know this is for life and I need mental sanity. I want to go back home. I want my home to be somewhere I should be angry. So I want it to be something I should be missing my home. I should be missing my home. My wife should be the most. I don't want anything to be a problem and cheat on my wife or something. No. I want her to be everything to me. So marry your friend is the best thing for me.
Yes.
That is just the best thing.
Amazing. I want us to keep having this conversation.
Okay.
But, because of time, we'd have to fast track it.
Yes.
And I would like to ask for entrepreneurs who are possibly facing hurdles because challenges are part of life.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had challenges,
Sure,
right? Or have you had a free flow?
No.
You've definitely. So, what are some of the things strategies or knowledge that you've had to help you through the times of these hurdles that you faced as a
the biggest hurdle
business
I
person?
have is when I lost 87 million naira.
Wow.
I trusted a friend, and the guy ran to US, telling me jackpot with my money. That I just
Hey.
fulfill his dream. So
You helped him
41 was
fulfill
my
his
money.
dream. Wow.
46 was not my money. The biggest mistake I made then was that I was not committed to a mentor. So what I did was that I get a mentor. So I get mentors in all my life. I have a marital mentor, I have a spiritual mentor, I have a financial mentor, I have a mentor for business. So I don't do anything in those aspects without not discussing with them. So for me, I want to encourage anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur. Get a mentor. Find somebody who has already gone the journey. There are 3 criteria I will give to you. Number 1, the person must have experience. Number 2, he must have a system. Number 3, he is able to teach you. So how do you get to their space? Because you don't go to space of mentors begging.
Mentor me, ma, please.
Yes, no. You go to mentors paying or serving. Look for way to serve without pay. Any mentor, any woman, any successful person wants to help the younger generation. They want to transfer themselves to the younger generation. So they look for opportunity to do it. But looking for the right people.
Yes.
When you go begging, you just close the door.
Wow.
You go to add value to them because people are already taking enough from them. They're tired. So you go to solve problems for them.
Amazing.
They always have problems. They need somebody to wash their car, need somebody to go for errands for them. Be in their space. Carry a hand for what them to wash. They will making discussion you'll be learning from. All the people that read you today, they're learning from all the speakers today.
True.
For free.
Absolutely.
My section is 1 million. I cannot pay. You can go, but I'm giving it for free today.
Yes.
I can see that.
Again, this is just so profound. This is just so profound. I mean, I remember. I would not like to call names, but I hope people know there's one PA of a big person that recently became the CEO in like the group of company under one of the companies from PA. You know, sometimes we, especially young people, we look down on service. We think it's beneath us, especially when we're smart or we think we know we're skilled. So service is very important regardless of where you are on your journey. Absolutely.
Share their post on Facebook, share their post on Instagram, say good things about them, be in their space, help them market their books, help them market their product. They will identify you. It will not take long.
True. Absolutely. Absolutely. So looking back on your career and your business, your journey, is there any piece of advice you wish you could give to your younger self, starting out as an entrepreneur, or just basically with what you do now?
Yeah, the only advice I would have given my younger self today, if I want to start all over again, is that I would have just simply identified mentors and stick to them. I wouldn't have made a lot of mistakes because mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see fire. So it's just a legal shortcut. The only legal shortcut to success is mentorship because success is predictable. Success leaves clues.
Absolutely. So finally, if you leave me, I want this to just keep going on. But what's one lesson you want us, anybody listening to this, what's one lesson you want us to take home?
One thing I want us to take home today is that nothing is difficult in life. We are simply untrained. A poor man is an untrained wealthy man.
Untrained wealthy man. We're simply untrained. Woo. Please, at this point, let us share the grace.
Thank you so
and
much.
go and sit back and think. This is worth watching 1,000 times. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing. It's such an honor to have you here today. Please, everyone, do well to follow Engineer Ofonmbuk on Instagram and Facebook. I'm also going to put the links everywhere, somehow, somewhere. Just look for it and make sure you follow his book as well, Becoming a Boss. And the second book, the title is?
The first one is Start Now, Think Global.
Start Now, Think Global. Okay, so we have a copy. I'm also going to I'll project it in the video. And then the second the second book is
Becoming Your Own Boss.
Becoming Your Own Boss. Yeah. Amazing.
This is already on Amazon.
Woo! This book is, so I'm looking forward to, I have my copy ready. Yes, amazing. So I'm having my signed copy. So do well to get your copy. I'll put the details somewhere in the video so you can get. Also follow us at Voices with Victoria and my personal page at The Victoria Ndu. Of course, you know what to do. Share this video. This video needs to go everywhere. Even your enemies. If they are so busy with their own work, if they are bossing, they will not have time to pepper you or to fight you. Yes. Share to your friends, your family. Do what to leave a comment. Let me know in the comment section one striking point that you took home at the end of this video. Until next time, do what to take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much again, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching Voices with Victoria. Please like, leave a comment, subscribe and share. Cheers!